Hey everyone, welcome back to another Today in Tarkov for March 31st, 2022. Today's tit, we have a picture of Streets, tweeted out by Nikita. I know your mind was going there, at least hopefully. We have an announcement for TarkovTV stream, kind of podcast that BSG does. Something new we're releasing for our content, and another update to the Aquamari, another one on top of the one that they did on, I think it was Monday morning. But this one's a good one. Now, for the funny picture from Nikita, it's obviously a picture of Streets, or at least I think it's safe to assume that's what it is. And then there's a giant Godzilla-sized squeaky chicken in there. This made me chuckle mostly just because I think of all the videos where people put one of these on like exhaust of a car or turbo or something and just makes funny noises. So I'm kind of juvenile though. Maybe it's just me. But this kind of leads into the next one with the Tarkov TV stream that I think we're going to get something on Streets because that's why we got this. And with that, the Tarkov TV stream, if you're kind of new to Tarkov, you haven't been around, BSG does these from time to time. They have their own Twitter account. They get on there. Nikita and a couple of the guys from the office will sit in there in their cool little room and they talk about Tarkov. It's going to be Friday, April 1st, which is tomorrow as of filming this. It'll be 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. London, 8 p.m. Moscow, and then 4 a.m. on the other side of the world for you time travelers in Australia. 4 a.m. Saturday morning on the 2nd. I'm super excited for this. This is the one we've been waiting for since early January, but kind of got mucked up with all of the issues they had after the Christmas event and getting things sorted out there. And then the whole Russia-Ukraine thing happened. So I'm just grateful that we can get it now. I'm super excited and looking forward to what we're going to get out of it. Now, what BSG uses these for usually is to give updates on where they're at in progression with the game design, what their plans are for the future. We get a couple of sneak peeks usually, and then sometimes they answer questions from chat. Now, what do I expect to hear from it? My expectations, not like I feel like they need to do this, but this is kind of where I think the things we're going to hear about. We're going to hear about Lighthouse as far as maybe opening up the island and performance updates, trying to get the map more optimized so you can run it at more than 40, 50, or 60 frames, depending on your computer, I guess. Now, for opening up the Lighthouse Island, that means the possibility of the in-game trader coming. We may actually get some in-game footage. Sometimes they'll load up a raid and run around on the map and show us things, especially if they've got new gear or new guns or, new items like that. And that is hopefully what we'll get there. On top of that, I think we're going to hear some stuff about the sound updates. That was the really big hot button topic in January and February before they went dark. So I think that is going to be one of the main topics they're going to talk about. And then we'll probably also get a Streets update. I don't know what it'll be. Maybe we'll get a video clip of, kind of like we've got in the past, kind of like a teaser or a trailer, if you will. We may get some gameplay footage, though I doubt that. But fingers crossed, maybe we can be hopeful. And then there's always something unexpected. They'll either talk about gear we didn't know they were going to come up with, sometimes something little as clothing or as big as new guns or new features. And they kind of reveal them at these Tarkov TV podcasts. Now on to the news with the channel, if you will, around here. We're releasing our own music. Right now we have one album and 20 songs. We have a second one with 20 more songs on the way, and we'll be consistently adding more music as we go along. If you're familiar with Harris Heller and his Streambeats, we're going that same route to make it available for everybody to use. You can use it in your YouTube videos, your stream, however you want. It's DMC. You don't have to worry about DMCA, copyright strikes, any of that stuff. The bonus on that is it does help out the channel. If you're listening to it on Spotify specifically, it generates revenue for us. So the link will be down in the description. Feel free to go check it out and let me know in the comments down below what you think. And then the last thing is the Aquamari buff. It's a buff now. Instead of a nerf, they went to a nerf into a buff. So where are we sitting? Essentially, right now, instead of, it was originally 150 durability, it's at 50 durability now. So it's 1/3 the durability. However, the hydration, they went from 150 to 50. They bumped the hydration back up to 100. Long story short, per one unit, you get 2 units of hydration. And whereas it used to be 2.3 back when it was the really good one. Still 20 energy plus 20 energy for the whole bottle. So the 20 energy isn't all that big of a deal, but it's there. So it does give you a little bit of energy and hydration both. You can admit it or not, or you can like it or not. You can have your own opinion of it, but this is a good change. The old Aquamari was too powerful. It was too good. Without max metabolism, you got 345 units of hydration out of it. And with max metabolism, you got over 500. I mean, you could run 10, 15 raids back to back to back to back, and one Aquamari would run you through all of those. So for a balanced side, I think it's okay. I think it's going to put it in a better place, and it makes other hydration methods more viable and more valuable, I think. Now, I saw a lot of gripes and complaining about this, that, you know, why is BSG working on something this stupid when everything else is broken? And it's such a silly way to think about it, guys. And I understand people get angry and they just want to say stuff and vent. But the 1 or 2 guys that are working on game balance and that are adjusting things like this, or changing barters, or, you know, some of the other stuff where you're just changing numbers in the game, you're not adding stuff. Those guys have zero effect on the guys working on audio or map design or the AI. 2 different completely groups of people. This is like getting mad at the restaurant because your food took too long because they have too many waitresses. The waitresses don't cook your food. They didn't make it slower. Nonsensical in my mind. So while I appreciate the venting and complaining, I would prefer folks have a little bit more sensible way of talking about it, maybe. Now, the first change was bad. Where they put it originally, I agree. It didn't need to be there. They made Aquamarines useless, essentially, other than for a barter. But this fix is good, and it puts the Aquamarines in a great place. It makes other things in the game viable, and it still keeps them as something that's a very useful tool to have. I think the barters are going to need to be adjusted, because right now the M1 rig is 150 to 180,000 rubles, which why would you do that when there's other armors that are cheaper? And the FLIR barter and the Nerf gun barter are both kind of wonky now because of how much more expensive Aquamarines have gotten. But we'll let that dust settle, see where it goes. They've usually been pretty good about fixing stuff like that. So we'll just have to bide our time and wait for it to happen. That's it for today. Got you guys up to date. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Wish you the best of luck in your raids, and we'll see you in Tarkov.